Peace and blessings, everyone. It's me, the coach, Coach Ed Gladney, here to talk a little New York Football Giants offensive line one-on-ones against our defensive line from training camp. First of all, shout out to Big Dash for asking me to do series like this. I'm going to try my best to keep it up and bring it to you. Little clippets here and there. I'm going to take a look at some offensive line drills, one on ones, and I'm going to talk about what I see within the blocking scheme, what they did good, what they did bad, things of that nature. I hope you guys enjoy it. And again, thanks Dash for asking me to do this. I really appreciate your input and you asking me to do this. Now, before I get into this, this episode is sponsored by Stitch by Trini. If you're looking for any great outfits, wear, pocketbooks, hats, whatever, Stitch by Trini can definitely do it for you. Check her out on Instagram and go check out her work. And that's Stitch by a Trini. Trini. Sorry about that. Stitch by a Trini. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share some video clips. They're going to be on John Michael Schmitz, Joshua Zuda, Glowinski, and the last one is going to be Cunningham that we're going to talk about on what I see. They're real small clips, interactions with the defensive line. Like I said, the whole video probably going to take about 30 seconds, but I'm going to take my time in breaking it down for you guys so this way you guys can see exactly what I see and we can really dive into it. So here we go, bringing up the video. And the first one is with John Michael Schmitz. And I believe this is against Dexter Lawrence. Can't see the jersey numbers, but what you're going to see is during the action, John Michael Schmitz has his hands on the inside. He has a stable base. He's aggressive on the finish, and basically he's putting the defensive lineman on his hind parts. Shout out to Mean Gene White for that one. And as a coach, for practice, if I'm using this, I'm going to be talking to my defensive line, and I'm going to be highlighting this, trying to inspire him to step up. But here we go. As you see, John Michael Schmitz has his hands inside. Great technique. He has a good base. He actually has complete control. Now, as you see, the defensive lineman, he extends and he's driving and he's aggressive with this, finishing him, putting him on the ground. That's what you want to see out of an offensive lineman. All right, and I love that clip. I love that play right there. The next one, we're going to go into Joshua Ezeudu. All right, Joshua Ezeudu, he starts out with a good base. And what I mean by good base, down low, his hands start out inside very well. But unfortunately, his hands moved up, allowing Nacho to gain the advantage eventually. And we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So now his left hand comes off, right hand is also coming off, and Nacho is doing the right thing. He's attacking his right elbow. If you notice this right here, his right hand is on here. His right hand is on Ezeudu's left hand, trying to fight the left hand off so he doesn't get control. But Ezeudu does a good job, eventually getting it onto his hip, his right hip. But eventually his hand works up into the upper shoulder area. So as you see, here we go. Nacho has his hand, but Ezeudu is fighting to get his hand back into place. Now Nacho is doing the right thing with his right hand working inside onto Ezeudu's chest. And here we go. Now, if you notice on the backside, this is Nacho's left hand. Total control of his right hand. Total control. Ezeudu has no opportunity because basically his hands are not in proper position, which should be in between in his armpits. So in between the chest plate, between each armpit, and he should be having control. But he loses it. He's trying to grab cloth. But again, on the backside, Nacho has control, and it's a loss for him in a sense. But he's the only good thing about this is that he's fighting with his legs to position himself to keep from the penetration from getting to the quarterback. So there we go. Now this one is going to be with Glowinski. Glowinski is going up against Leo. He slid high, and what I mean by Leo was on a three tech on his outside shoulder, so he slid over, but he needed to drop his lower base just a little bit and stay low because Leo, I'll back it up just a touch. Leo, as you notice, he fired out. And Leo is pretty much low. Back up just a little bit more for us. Okay, see Leo? You see how he is? When he fires out, he's coming low. And already his head is lower than Glowinski's. So that tells you right there he's going to have leverage on him. Now, when he gets into Azudo's his chest area, you're going to watch Azudo's head. It's going to, I'm sorry, not Azudo, Glowinski. His head is going to pop back. That means that Leo has control of him. All right, he's going to be able to get right into his chest plate, pop, boom. Now, what do we see? His hands are on his shoulder, but Leo is working to get inside of him. His left hand, Glowinski, is on the outside of Leo, while Leo's right hand is on the inside. So, there we go. And Leo has full extension. Glowinski has no way of getting his hands inside. None whatsoever. This hand is staying on his left elbow. Leo is locked out. He's not going to be able to knock it off. And his left hand is pretty much on his Leo's right shoulder. Now, Leo is going to drive him back, and he has no base. This is what I mean by whenever you hear me say on skates. I'm going to back it up just a little bit. When he's just moving back like this, even when he tries to do a jump set in his block to basically widen his feet to try and stall the bull rush, but he has no base. He has none. That's why, and then Leo does the right thing with the push-pull. Push-pull means that you're pushing on one side and pulling on the opposite side, which is going to get the offensive lineman down on the ground. Leo did a phenomenal job with this, while Glowinski, as you saw right there, gave up access to his chest, left hand on the outside shoulder, right hand basically on Leo's left elbow. He was unable to engage at all. He was driven back. He lacked a strong lower base, and then he was with the push-pull. He lost balance and was put to the ground. So for Leo win, Glowinski, terrible rep right there. Next, we're going to go into Cunningham. Now, as you see, Cunningham is coming down on Jordan Riley. He's supposed to do a down block. Now, the first thing is he's attacking half the man to work to the full man, but his right hand attacked Jordan Riley's inside armpit. As I said earlier with Azudo, same thing here. Now, his hands attacked properly initially, but now with the down block, as you notice, you're going to see his legs. His legs are crossing. With a down block, you don't want to do that. You want to stay with a wide base because that's going to allow you to stay in control. But his feet crossed, and Jordan Riley did the right thing. With his right hand on Cunningham's left shoulder, basically flipped him. All right, and if you notice, everyone else is down blocking to their right. That's Bredesen. You're going to see Bredesen engage, and you're going to see him sealing because you have guys pulling to come around, and Cunningham is totally off balance, and he gets pushed. Lemieux's coming around. You see Bredesen blocking down. He's supposed to be blocking down. His Cunningham's left hand is on Riley's right shoulder, where it should be inside. Sorry about that. Keep hitting that. His hand should be inside. So this way he has complete control of him and he can drive him out of the play. But unfortunately, he gets pushed, he gets pulled, and he's out of the play. And if the running back with the running back coming right there, Jordan Riley can come off and make a play or attempt at a play right there. So that was just something I wanted to go over with a couple of the line blocks that I noticed in looking at some of these clips. Uh, Wanted to talk about it, highlight it, and give you my perspective. So, you guys, I look forward to you guys commenting, letting me know what you think. Also, make sure you guys share, like this, and if you're new, subscribe. You know, you guys are helping me out. I really appreciate that, and thanks to all my sponsors. So, that's it right now for my Little Giants Talk one on one. Hope you guys like it, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.